Hunter Peach takes the white flag. One lap remaining here at the Rock. He is going to make his way on the turn 4 and come to the checkered flag. Hunter Peach wins the Fast Lane 175 at Rock. Just a few more feet, and Nick Hapiak will be your champion for the 4th time in the NAOR DI Cup Series.
This is the NAOR iRacing Series.
Welcome to Speedway, Indiana, here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and instead of going left, we're going left and right here on the road course tonight for the NJB Designs Indianapolis 101. I'm Aaron Brown. Tonight I'm joined alongside a fellow driver in this series, Hunter Peach. So welcome to the booth. I know you got some experience with these cars this season, but what's your idea how tonight's gonna go?
I think it should be quite interesting, to be honest, Aaron. You know, it's the old configuration of this track, not the newer one, so it's going to be a little bit less grip, I think, for these drivers, and should be some challenges along the way. So I think it'll be quite an interesting race.
Yeah, especially we'll see, you know, a little taste in qualifying how different the track is as ever. The top 10 are out on the racetrack trying to improve their lap time for the pole, trying to get that pole position. As we got currently at the top of the board is Ethan Fonseca Moreno, 130.541. He's back to up front. He was 30 wide finish with both of his teammates last week in Michigan. They're looking to improve, put another win into tally this race. But here comes Ethan Fonseca Moreno off the final corner, turn 13, down the long front straightaway across the yard of bricks. He'll start his first lap here for this second round of qualifying. You see down in the turn, we'll stick with the 57 machine. Down in the turn 1 here, a little less degree corner there. It's more of a less of a 90-degree corner than what we normally see now, but he lost it a little bit there. This is Mark Kissenweather. He's going around there. These corners about pretty much the same here through this section of the racetrack, but instead of going through a little chicane, left to right chicane, it's a right-hander, and you go into a little kind of hairpin type corner, a little wider hairpin, a little long, more sweeping left-hander. So that's a different thing here than what we normally see at the new course.
Yeah, I think I think your best passing opportunities at this track are going to be obviously, you know, turn one and that heavy braking zone. You can outbrake them. Depends on how these people have their cars set up. Some might be better at braking, some might not. And then obviously turn 2 and 3, I think we'll set up for your 4 and 5, and then, you know, that just wide sweeping 6 and 7 is going to be set up for another heavy braking zone at turn 8, which I think will be another great passing opportunity, along as turn 11 and get into that long oval instead of cutting back in the infield. So, like I said, it should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's also something different. We just saw through that section there that those corners are a little bit less tighter. There's a little bit more tighter through that section, and then they skip the complete final chicane through here, and they just go straight onto the oval of turn 1 and rocket down the front straightaway. So there's a couple of first laps through. I don't believe anyone will improve here. Obviously, Moreno will not improve. Kissweather goes to a 131.3. Now the cold tire, there are cold tires here. The tires in this next gen car get a little cold on the road course. You gotta kind of heat them up, and then they become better around lap 3 or 4 into the run. So we'll see if anyone can pick up at the last couple of seconds of this qualifying session. This Kissweather's off the racetrack. He's gonna pull it on and just kind of reset. So he might give it up one more go. But here with Ethan Fonseca Moreno trying to improve his time, thinking someone might beat it.
Yeah, Giovanni and them, you know, trying to use that draft down the straightaways a little, and I think Mark's a little bit off the track. I think he got the grass. I think he's going to try to reset here. I guess we'll have to focus on Ethan and kind of seeing what Giovanni and Porter do riding behind Ethan. I guess really trying to get that draft.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do with that. So come through the back stretch here, the long back straightaway, and through these tighter sections of the racetrack.
Making our way down Holman Boulevard, famous stretch of Indy.
And we'll see what Moreno can do.
Turn 10 should be quite interesting, where Moreno's coming up on right here with this very tight instant braking as soon as you turn from right to left. So hopefully it doesn't cause a lot of issues. I don't think it will, but you can definitely get low enough to make a pass.
So Moreno that time by right now 130.367, so he picks up on his time, and he goes a lot quicker. So he was only about a tenth faster than those top 2 to 3. Now he's about 3 tenths faster. We'll see if anyone can answer that. Kissweather not on the racetrack, so we'll see what he can do. Call Taub down the back straightaway, down the front straightaway here, 133.2, so he does not go anywhere. Anyone else close coming to their lap? Nathan Lamont just started his lap. A couple drivers coming onto the back straightaway now. Giovanni Klein is one of them. He actually pulls off, so Jaden Porter, we'll see what he can do. Jaden Porter currently sitting P6 on board with a 131.367, so he needs to pick up a whole second to catch his teammate that's on the pole.
Kyle Tuck could be one to watch here. I know he was pretty decently fast in practice. Could be a good pick to this race, I believe. He's a very talented road racer, and riding a 136. I mean, right there, 2 tenths off of Mark. So right there within striking range, just gotta find a little bit of tenths.
We'll see what he can do. He's coming through the sweeping tighter sections here, right at the end of the back straightaway. He can pick up Jaden Porter here. He comes off the final corner, but there's Kyle Todd, as you just mentioned. Jaden Porter come across the line. Let's see what he can do. Oh, but he tabs the wall, trying to, and same with Giovanni Klein, so that's going to end both their laps. But you do have a fast lap. Ethan Fonseca on 130.1, so he picks up again. We'll see what Tom can do. He's coming through the final corners. Oh, he's just going to do a pit exit, so I think he picked up an off track. We'll see if anyone else on the racetrack. So no one else on the racetrack.
I don't think there is.
So that will mean Ethan Fonseca Moreno picks up the pole for tonight's NJB Designs Indianapolis 101. We'll see what these drivers can do. Now, just kind of wrapping up qualifying here. Got a couple minutes left. Gotta watch these guys finish their lap. Should advance on through. But 17 car field tonight, so. But a 40-lap race tonight, so kind of a shorter one than what we normally see. 40-lap race with a stage break at lap 5 and lap 15. So in about a 20 20 lap fuel tank. So at last stage, we'll see a pit stop. Though it could possibly be stretched with a little bit of short shifting. What's your thoughts on that? And what do you think? Can anyone save that fuel?
I think you can. Road racing, it's a lot of difference between obviously gears. Some people tend to run second gears through some parts of the track. So Ethan might be running, maybe second gear, maybe first gear through some corners. You have someone like, Mark, or hell, even Nathan and all of them running like fourth gear, third gear through these, just knowing they don't have the pace. Try to pull that little Joey Logano strat. Let's just save the fuel, kind of run a decent pace, stay within range. I want to assume maybe the fuel window is maybe 18 to 20, somewhere like that. So I think they'll be good the first stage, but that second stage is definitely gonna be borderline, maybe 2 laps to the good, maybe 2 laps short.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they can do. But so we're qualifying just finally wrapping up, and they're about to be on the grid. So we'll get on to the grid. So now we can take a look at our starting lineup for tonight's race. Pop it up in 1 quick second. So here is our grid for tonight's NJB Designs Indianapolis 101. Ethan Von Second Renault on the pole with a 1:30.190 over about just under a half second of Mark Kisweather. Will start alongside him on that outside lane. Behind him will be Kyle Taub with Nick Hapiak in third and fourth. And running out our top 5 tonight will be Jonathan Parker. Jaden Porter will be 6th with Nathan Lehman. Will be behind them in 7th. Johnny Klein will be in 8th. Josh Arnold will be 9th. A Cole Center round out the row 5 in the top 10. John Osborne will be 11th. Oh, sorry. John Osborne.
My fault.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it's all right. Go ahead. You can do it.
In P11, you got John Osborne with a 1:33.427, maybe a little bit of pace, not much. And around out in 13th on back in the 1:33.9s, you have Zach Meredith, Justin Quimby, Jose Ruiz, Donnie Kite in the 16th position, who could be a sleeper to watch in this race. He's been close many times before, and I know that win is coming eventually. And Mike Campbell round out the field in P17.
Yep, so 17 car field for tonight's 101-mile race, 40 lap race. As pace car should be rolling off here in 1 second. We'll have to see. I believe they are actually adding an extra lap, so we got a little bit of pacing here to do. So might as well go through our weather. We'll take a quick look at our weather here. So weather today here in Speedway, Indiana, 75 degrees, mostly cloudy skies with a 91-degree track temp. So kind of a cooler track with 8 mile per hour winds and 44% humidity. So that could easily affect the grip level. But what's your thoughts on what you think the grip will be? Do you think it will be like a low grip racetrack or kind of a higher grip racetrack? Really?
I think it's going to be about a middle. I don't think it'd be too bad with the sun being kind of behind the clouds. Haven't really ran this track in a long time, and I know the setup's probably very outdated. So I don't think anybody really knows what they're going into. But I would say it'd probably be about a medium. I think it'll be definitely slippery at times. We saw it in practice, people slipping around. So that's my best guess. But track temp at 90 is typically not bad with 75-degree weather, partly cloudy, mostly cloudy, my fault.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out. Let's see how that plays out. But this extra do have 2 pace laps here, so that will allow these drivers to kind of warm up their tires. The cold tires in the next gen can get pretty deadly, and that's also another idea. That's another strategy you could play. At the end of the stage, you could try to take some new tires, because maybe they might get a little bit too overheated, and towards the end of a run, and the newer tires could slightly be better, but you don't really want to lose that under green. But if you go on to yellow and just warm them up as much as you can under the caution, it doesn't really make a difference. So I think anyone will try that strategy maybe at the end of stage 2. I don't think stage 1 will be really worth it, because only 5 laps won't really make a difference.
I think if you run the back, I think you do. Personally, I think you play opposite of what the leaders do. I think that's just everywhere you run. It's obviously going to be a track position, and just maintain your pace, and just as long as you know where your car is good at, where your car's not, it's kind of you play the game that you're given, and just get the best finish result.
So we'll have to see how that plays out. And also, you can also try flipping the stage, but knowing how close the fuel is in that final stage, probably better off just to kind of pit at the stage and try and maybe top it off if you can. Just kind of maybe stretch it. I mean, we've seen a fair share of fuel mileage races this season already. I mean, you had Auto Club, and then you had Chicagoland, which ended up being a 1,000th of a second finish, with the top 2 drivers running out of fuel coming across the line. So that was that was definitely an interesting, exciting race to commentate and also watch as well. And also, I mean, we had a photo finish last week at Michigan, so it's gonna be hard to get a photo finish this weekend. This week here at Indy Road Course, but these drivers they can surprise us, and maybe we might get an exciting finish tonight.
Oh, for sure. You know, everybody's pretty talented. Everybody knows what they're doing. All great drivers. All capable of winning, running up front, having good pace, speed, saving their tires. So it's just going to come down. But obviously with the road course, you know, you ain't going to get your full course yellow, so your only yellows are going to be those stages. So it's going to have to really make the most of it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So we got a quick little sprint to the first stage, 5 laps to see what some strategies you think some of these drivers are going to play with that.
I mean, you mentioned earlier. I think if you're outside the stage window, I think you short pit the stage depending on where you're at. Like if you know you ain't gonna lose a lap, I would say you probably short pit it, get the track position later, knowing the field is kind of still close. But I mean, you could also split the stage in stage 2 and get yourself in position for the win in the last stage. So it's kind of like whatever you kind of need more is what you're gonna game you're gonna play.
Yeah, we'll see some hints of strategy throughout tonight's race. I mean, we'll interview our first stage winner during that yellow because we got a lot of downtime really to interview some people, especially on the road course. But we'll see how that plays out. But we're coming through the left and right-handers through the chicane in the way. We'll better come back onto the oval. So we're getting ready to go green flag racing here. So yeah, Ethan Funsing, Moreno, Nick Marcus, they're going to be on the front row. I think those 2 are going to be probably the 2 drivers to beat tonight, but you also got a couple other drivers that were just right there in their lap times as well, with Kyle Taub, Nick Hapiak as well, and Jonathan Parker. They're all pretty much within half a second of each other. And Ethan Renault just kind of put a really big heater down on that last lap of his qualifying. So we'll see what his race pace is like, and also we'll see what everyone else is like as well. So off the final corner here at the road course, that pace car going to take that right turn on the pit road this time, coming across the yard of bricks, this time high to take the green. We're underway for the NJB Designs Indianapolis 101. Nathan Reynolds going to lead him down to the turn 1, down a long front straightaway here at Indianapolis.
See him already fanning out wide, going through wide into this heavy braking zone. Should be quite interesting who lines up, who doesn't.
Down in the turn 1, Moreno has the preferred lane. Kissaweather tried to hold the outside, wasn't able to do it, so he's going to slot right behind Ethan Fonseca Moreno, and Moreno's going to gap that 15 machine just by a couple tenths there. We'll see how interesting and who can pass going into this corner. We haven't really seen this corner really in racing in real life, so we'll have to see who can make moves going into this kind of hairpin-like section. Won't really make some move down here yet, but you got Zachary Meredith. He's around the outside of Cole Steiner. We'll see if that able to work through here.
A lot of people mining their P's and Q's here, navigating to those first part of this track very cleanly. I think that was a brilliant, excellent race time by everybody, and a great awareness. Everybody gets single file through there.
They were able to get through cleanly, but Zachary Meredith now under attack from Brett Bennett, I believe. Yeah, Brett Bennett, that is.
Yes, that is Brett Bennett. Giovanni loose on that corner. What a good save by him. A lot of pressure there given by Nate Lehman. I still think the interesting thing's going to be is I'll watch, people in the back that didn't really get a set of qualifying lap. Like I said, Donnie and all them, just willing to learn and get better. Donnie already, I believe, have a few spots. Maybe.
We'll see what they can do. Everyone's kind of single file, but now Nick Capiak looking to the inside of Cole Steiner here going out of turn 1. We'll see what he can do, and he's not going to be. Oh, Meredith locking up that right front there going out of the turn number 1. He's going to lose that spot. Now here comes Brett Bennett. He's going to come on through.
Out top all with the back bumper Porter. He goes a little wide there. I think he has more pace than Porter. It's just going to be hard to get that car to stick on the outside.
Yeah, meanwhile, Mark Kissweather's all over that back bumper of Ethan Fonseca-Moreno for that race lead right now. He's looking a lot better through that hairpin section.
Well, as I was saying about the clouds, I mean, the suns came out to play now, so it's definitely going to change the fact everything grip level.
Yeah, track's already up 3 degrees, up to 94-degree track temp. So we'll see how aggressive, how much that will play a factor. That track will get a lot more slippy, a lot harder to keep the rear end under the car. But Marcus Weather, he's staying right there to Ethan Fonseca-Moreno, but he's losing a little bit of time here. We'll see what he can do through this high-speed section of the oval.
Meanwhile, we got a car around. It's Josh Arnold. Turn 9.
So Josh Arnold goes around there. He's going to get back going. Looks like no damage on that machine. Take a look at that. What happened here? So just clip that grass a little bit. Yeah, slow down. Oh, just got on the curb. Just that curb's kind of like ice and just spun it around right in front of Giovanni Klein. Marcus Weather sets the fastest lap of the race. You just see it popped on the top of your screen there. So he's hunting down the 57 machine of Ethan Fonseca-Moreno. He wants that race lead. Knows the stage win. He wants that stage win as well.
Showing really good pace and good patience right here. Just kind of keep it on track and not try to slide the rear tires there a little bit.
Something a little bit there, gonna get a little wide through that section. We'll have to see if he can tighten this corner up here, tighten this hairpin up. Tighten it up pretty well, but he's still looking a little loose there. So right there on the back of the Ethan Fonseca-Moreno. Moreno cannot make a mistake here. He's gonna be right there.
Meanwhile, it's a good battle back for 7 between Cole, Giovanni, and Meredith. All 3 cars under a blanket. Coming into turn 11 to heavy braking zone. I'm curious to see who will step out here.
Yeah, down the back straightaway now. We'll see what Cole Steiner can do. He's in front of Giovanni Klein.
Giovanni's got heavy damage on that front end.
Yeah, got big damage from Josh Arnold going right around in front of him.
Meanwhile, a car that's starting to sneak into this picture. Donnie Kite back there in 11, starting to close in on this battle.
Yeah, Donnie Kite started back in at the back tail end of the field pretty much. I mean, it was 16. So 16th, and he's up to 11th, so he's making a good pace tonight so far. Knowing to stay in front of him battling, that could make an attack coming up soon. But 2 to go in the stage here. Kissweather's still all of that back upper of that 57 machine.
You know, everybody else kind of just single filed out for the first 6 position. I think the first 6 are guaranteed where they are running, but 7th on back is a tight battle for these last stage points with 2 to go. Oh, and Meredith, a deep dive into the inside of Giovanni. That was very, very impressive move.
They got by Giovanni Klein for that 8th place spot, sorry.
I think that damage starting to take a factor on Giovanni's front end with downforce wise.
Yeah, but meanwhile, for the race lead, Mark Kissweather looking for the lead. He's got to run down the back straightaway. He's looking very close to that hairpin section, as we normally where we see the fast sweeping chicane that puts him on the back straightaway. But Kissweather's right there. He's trying to set up for good runs off these corners, trying to get by Moreno. He's going to dive it in deep there. Gets right on that, pretty much under that curb. So if he can do that, this dirty air could have some dirty air through this final corner that could affect him a good bit. See what that does. Coming to the final lap of the first stage. We'll see if he can pick up that stage win.
Meanwhile, a tight battle for 10th with Brett Bennett and Osborne. Bennett's going to win that battle. I think that is for the 10th position. But right now, Bennett holds the last stage point as it runs. Giovanni and Zach still in a very close battle here, giving everything they got. Giovanni going to try the outside of the oval.
They tried to thought better of it. Stuck behind Mark Kissweather. Wait, Zachary Meredith. It's not Mark Kissweather. Sorry, I messed him up again this week. Apologies. Let's see what they can do down in turn 1.
Mark still running. That was a good first sector by him. He's going to look for
Mark Kissweather going for the race lead. Yeah, locked up. Marcus Weather dove over to the inside there, locked up, almost got in the Moreno. So he's trying to make this hairpin, that on a long sweeping hairpin on passing opportunity.
He ran
Down the
that
back
first sector
straightaway.
so well.
Yeah, down the back straightaway. We'll keep an eye on this battle for the race lead. We'll see what he can do coming to the stage win. Kissweather, we'll see if he can mount an attack coming to these final couple corners. I don't really think he can try and get the move done in the final oval corner. We'll see what he can do though. We'll try and get a nice wide exit. He's right there on the back bumper of that 57 machine. He's using all the track he can get.
Close. He's gonna have to roll it pretty well here, but I don't think it's gonna be enough.
See if he can get a good run off this corner coming on to the oval. Through oval turn number 1, the final corner of the road course. He's gonna try to put it right under that white line, try to get some extra grip down there, but it's not gonna be enough. Off the final corner. Ethan Fonseca is gonna pick up the stage win, stage number 1. So he's been picking up a lot of stage wins early on this season. Moreno is definitely gonna be one to watch for the championship as well.
For sure.
I think.
Parker, Moreno, Mark, and them have just been outstanding all season long. Just consistent-wise, and obviously you can't count on Nick Kapiak just, kind of flying at that radar. He's just collecting stage points, what he typically does, and just puts himself in position for good finishes.
And Nick Kapiak was able to pick up 10th there in the stage. So we'll see what everyone's strategy is here for this stage. We'll see what they can do. We'll see what everyone does in this pit stops here. We'll see pit road should open this time back. We'll pick up that 57 machine of Ethan Fonseca. We'll bring him into the booth after pit stops. We'll see if he elects to come down pit road. 5 laps, I mean, unless you want to try and top it off on fuel, maybe go a little bit longer. But I think they can all easily make it to stage 2.
Yeah, stage 2 is going to be about the same as we saw here. That last stage is really going to be the interesting part. We saw a good mark was starting to get better on the longer run it ran. But, that was 5 laps. The last stage is about 10, so should be 5 extra laps.
We'll see what they can do. Yeah, but definitely coming down pit road here will allow a lot of these drivers to stretch it a little bit longer to that halfway. But knowing that if you know that you have to make a pit stop, you could just try instead. You can try to stay out both stages and just pit pretty much halfway, make the entire race a one-stop race. Really be much of an advantage, but you put pretty early in that final stage. We'll see what they do. Ethan Fonseca going to fake down pit road. Everyone's going to stay out. I believe we actually might have one taker. So 3 takers: Nick Kapiak, Brett Bennett, and Donnie Kite. There, we also have Jose Perez in the back. He's going to come down pit road.
So now the question is for you, Aaron. Do you take tires here and stay out for the last one?
Personally, I probably would have taken. I wouldn't really take tires here. I mean, you could try something. I mean, especially if these guys are in the back, you could try something. But I don't think tires really going to make a difference. They do have 2 extra sets of tires, so they could try it if they wanted to. This would be the opportunity. I don't think you really want to take tires under the green, especially how aggressive cold tires or how bad really cold tires really are a disadvantage. They definitely could try something like that now and just kind of warm this up under their pace laps they have. But I don't think anyone's really going to take tires.
I'm just surprised Giovanni didn't pin and fix the damage under this yellow.
I mean, I don't think he thinks it really affects him that much. We'll see how much effective he was. We'll see how his pace is compared to everyone else around him in the second stage. For a quick little first stage, but yeah, we'll see how the second stage plays out. Marcus Weather was close to getting the Ethan Fonseca. We'll see. We'll bring in Ethan Fonseca here now as he did win that stage. The Ethan Fonseca, welcome to this. You have a copy?
Sir. Hi.
So you were able to pick up that stage 1 win. You had Marcus Weather all of your back bumper. What were the nerves going through that final couple laps there, really in that stage, and how aggressive you're going to plan to be trying to hold off the second stage as well?
Yeah, I seen he was making some moves to my inside in one of those long left-hand corners, so I got a little nervous thinking he's probably going to take me out or something, but I haven't been able to set lap times that I have been setting in practice and qualifying yet, so I'm just got to get into that rhythm and try to pull away here. 'Cause I know that if I use my full potential, then I can, you know, get away from him. It wouldn't be that close right now.
Yep, so you're able to pick up that stage win. We'll see what you can do here in this second stage. But I'll ask you another question. How do the cold tires feel on those first couple laps? You know, I know cold tires in the next gen kind of getting a kind of bad, really, compared to the newer tires, and the warmer tires a little bit better. But how do the cold tires feel compared to the warmer tires, really?
Yeah, it's pretty tricky in the first lap or two because it's pretty easy to spin out. Really feels like ice pretty much as you're driving on. So yeah, definitely want to be a little bit more cautious in the first lap or two, and you know, and then once tires warm up, yeah, be able to go pace that we're all been doing, like in qualifying and all that.
All right, well, once again, congrats on the stage win, and we'll see you. Good luck in the rest of the race.
Appreciate it.
That was that 57 machine of Ethan Fonseca pick up the first stage, pick up that stage 1 win. I mean, we've seen him pick up a lot of stages this season, so we'll see what he can do. If he can pick up the second stage and flip the stages tonight, we'll have to see what he can do. But Marcus Weather's definitely gonna not let him have it. Let him have it. Marcus was definitely put up a fight. We've seen he was very close trying to steal that stage 1 win away. We'll see what he can do. So, I mean, this hairpin, coming up to the hairpin here under the pacing, but I mean, it's kind of long sweeper left-hander that's kind of shaped like a hairpin pretty much, but it doesn't really feel like one. It's more of a yeah, like Moreno said, like a long sweeping left-hander. But this is definitely a passing zone Marcus Weather's looking for. So
I mean, Moreno tried it last time.
Yeah, we'll have to see it, but this is definitely a passing zone he's looking for, and I mean, interesting move there. I mean, he's looking for it, but also, I mean, if it comes down to the ending, I mean, he could try something else. I mean, Moreno blocks the bottom and tries to wrap around it. I mean, Marcus Weather could try an arc and get a better arc off that corner and get a good run down the straightaway and kind of tie that with the corner after and kind of tie that down the back straightaway and get a good run. So this Weather maybe hinting into his mind that could try and send it in there, and then Moreno could get a little bit too defensive going to that corner, and allows Kiswell to kind of open up that corner, get a really good run for the next next couple corners together, and maybe mounts an attack down the back straightaway. So we'll have to see how Kiswell plays that around. Got a little bit of mind games playing around here as well with the road course.
For sure. And obviously the interesting thing is how warmed up are the tires on 4 in the back that just pitted? Like Ethan said, it takes about 2 laps. Were they warming the tires up in these pace laps? I mean, we don't know. So, I mean, we're going to find out, do tires actually matter or do they not?
Yep, we'll have to see how that plays out for those drivers in the back. We'll keep an eye. So that's Jose Rios, Josh Arnold, Mike Campbell, Donnie Kite. They're all towards the back. Brett Bennett as well. And Nick Hapiak. So pretty much 12th on back did take fresh tires. We'll see how much of advantage those are for those drivers. Pace car takes that hard right turn on the pit road this time by, and we are back underway here at the Indianapolis road course. Ethan Fonseca Moreno hits the loud pedal, and he'll have Marcus Weather on his outside going out of the turn 1.
Same fan out wide again. Kyle Tubb going to drive it all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Turn 1, trying to get ahead. Get the 30th, going to look inside the mark.
Tries to look to the inside of Marcus Weather. He's going to try and hold the outside through these next number of corners, but it's not going to work. So that's going to allow Marcus Weather to be clear. We'll see what Marcus Weather can do.
And Tubb gets done by Lehman.
Oh, Tubb goes around. And maybe another Lehman. He's going to stay up. Oh, but he's got a beach on that kind of grass lip there. He goes around, but those two drivers could both go around at about turn 3 or 4. We'll see what.
Oh, another car off the racetrack. That's John Osborne. There's 2.
So John Osborne also going off as well. Justin Quimby as well. So a lot of these drivers struggling early on to the start of the second stage. They will have another yellow, so gonna regather the momentum and but not gonna lose their track position going to the final stage. We'll see if anyone tries to flip the stage for stage 2, but they're all gonna try and maybe stretch the fuel here. We'll see how that works out. But here's Jonathan Parker right in front of his teammate of Jaden Porter for that 3rd place spot. Parker trying to pull away just a little bit from his teammate of Jaden Porter.
Meanwhile, the battle for the car in the lead lap for most freshest tires between Bennett and Hapiak. I believe that is for 8th and 9th. when it comes back around.
Then in that lead for that fresh tires, we'll see what Happyack can do. Happyack, he's gonna look to the inside. Yeah, he's gonna look to the inside down in turn 1. But Bennett sees that. He's gonna dive it in on Giovanni Klein. Almost gets into Meredith there as well. Meredith, a little bit of scare. Maybe try to gas it up center. That sometimes I shoot that if someone dives it on me. But Meredith not really too startled by that move. But he pulls away. But Brennan locks up again. Here comes Nick Happyack, and Giovanni Klein almost takes it 3. But Nick Happyack and Brett Bennett side by side for this position. But Bennett's gonna be on the high line, and now that's allowed Klein to get side by side. But now he's gonna overdrive the kind of the hairpin, and that's gonna allow Klein to cross back under. So a lot of crossover opportunities here. But we'll see what Klein can do. But Snyder's not gonna let Klein cross over, and Snyder's gonna take that spot.
Meanwhile, Zach Meredith loving this in his mirror. Looking at 3 stage points, pulling away from this gap. Thinking that he's not in that mess. Porter and Parker kind of just, I think, biding their time riding. Mark trying to find that pace that he found at the end of stage 1 to get back to Ethan, but Ethan seemed pretty confident in the stage interview that, you know, he wasn't at his full potential. And I think he's starting to show that now.
Yeah, he's starting to pull away, but meanwhile, it's still this battle for about, battle's on for about 7th. Giovanni Klein and Brett Bennett. We'll see how they can hold side by side through the oval turn 1. Klein's gonna be way on the outside, gonna carry that speed around the outside of Brett Bennett. It's actually able to be able to work.
Got the wall.
And down the front straightaway.
Meanwhile, here comes Cole Snyder.
Yeah, Cole Snyder got to run as well. He thinks about going 3 there. Doesn't work, but Brett Bennett gonna drive it very deep into turn 1. He's gonna overdrive it. He's gonna go up into the grass. It's gonna allow Giovanni Klein to probably get the spot. He's gonna have to take a slowdown as well as Brett Bennett comes around. But
I don't know how Brett Bennett's gonna make that bottom lane work like he did the first time. I don't know how he made it stick, but I don't think it was gonna stick twice.
Yeah, it didn't make it work. So Giovanni Klein was able to get that spot, but now Cole Snyder looking for an extra spot there, looking for that 8th place position on Brett Bennett. Bennett leaves that inside lane a little open there.
Battle for 5th. Happyack's caught Meredith.
So Happyack with the fresher tires, he's bringing that gap down between Zachary and Meredith. So Happyack, keep an eye. He's got great pace for now.
And Mark is closing the gap from Moreno.
Yeah, we'll see. These gaps kind of closing down. We'll see what they can do. But Cole Snyder, he's looking to the inside there. Brett Bennett. Now get on the switchback corners. We'll see if Bennett can hold the outside through this left-hander. Kind of a 90-degree corner than what we see on the newer course. Kind of
he's gonna hook him.
Corner. Oh, but Snyder gets into Bennett gets into Snyder, and Snyder going to go around. He quickly gets back going. He's going to lose 4 spots there.
It's going to be stage points right there.
Yeah, it's stage points he just lost. So we'll see if he can drive it back there. He didn't lose too much time there.
Meanwhile, I think Happyack's going to look to the inside of Meredith right here in turn 1. I think Zach's going to give it to him.
Yeah, Meredith's going to just pull out the way, let Happyack go. Knows Happyack is faster. We'll see if he kind of sits behind Happyack and just tries to learn what he can do differently behind that 6 machine.
Porter seemed to follow up the pace of Parker now. Porter drifting through that corner. Mark just staying within the same gap as Moreno, just trying to figure out what else can he do. Probably going through his mind.
Yeah, I looked at our lap times. Those lap times pretty much even, about 2/10 quicker for Moreno that last time by. But Meredith is right. Kissing Weather is right there on Moreno as well. So I mean, anything can happen if Porter Moreno makes a mistake. Kissing Weather's gonna be right there on him.
Yeah, pretty even. Some areas Mark's better, and in some areas like this part where Moreno's he gaps away. I just don't know if Mark can get the power down. Oh, Mark's gonna pit. So here goes the split strategy.
So Mark Kisswater gonna come down pit road. He's gonna try and flip this stage. So track position might be important. So we'll see. So he's he's accepting that last stage is not gonna be close on fuel. So we'll see what Mark Kisswater can do. He might be able to get stage points. We'll see. Maybe not. It's kind of a long pit road. We'll see where he cycles out compared to the rest of the field.
Personally, I like this move. It's going to give him at least a few laps to get the tires heated up.
Especially, yeah, he can use the green flag laps, heat up the tires. Doesn't really have to worry about making too many mistakes, which is kind of heat up them tires, and then he can stay out of the stage, still kind of heat them
Josh
up
gonna
under
go
the
heavy
yellow.
on here on Donnie. Turn 1.
Donnie kind of trying to get that extra stage point away. Well, extra stage point from Josh Arnold there. Josh Arnold. Oh, Brett Bennett, a little contact. That's going to send Arnold around. Going to keep it going. No huge lost time. They're only going to lose one extra spot, but here comes I believe that's, yeah, John Osborne. He's looking at the inside of Josh Arnold. He's trying to save the extra spot. Here comes Cole Steiner. Cole Steiner, all this battling and contact's going to allow him to come back into this.
Meanwhile, Porter's closed the gap on Parker again. Seems like they stretch out and you start closing back in. And then obviously it's a calamity. And Lehman's on pit road now.
So Nathan Lehman also come down pit road as well, so he's just exiting pit road. So Nathan Lehman.
Close in here.
Yeah, Nathan Lehman sorry, Mark Kisselweather, they both came down pit road, but here comes Ethan Fonseca Moreno, so he's going to try to do the same. So Ethan Fonseca Moreno, Nathan Lehman, and Mark Kisselweather, those three drivers are going to flip the stage. So those three drivers will be at the front.
So no one else can pit here.
Yeah, so everyone else, we'll see if they can make this to the end. If they can try and stretch that fuel. What I've seen 20 laps on the tank. That's what iRacing number is giving me. So you could try and stretch about 2 laps. And also the tire with a fall off. We'll see how much you can change that. But we'll see where Mark Kisselweather cycles out compared to Ethan Fonseca Moreno. This outlap could make a difference. Right now, Ethan Fonseca Moreno still in pit road with Marcus Weather coming around the final corner. We'll see if he can catch up to Moreno. Moreno's coming out of pit road right now. So now he's getting up the speed, coming onto the racetrack, going down through turn 1. So Marcus Weather
that makes the battle for the
actually
stage
lost time on pit road.
Parker and Porter, I believe.
Yeah, it does. So coming to the white flag in the stage this time by Parker in the race lead. Porter there in second. Porter's hunting down that 48 machine of Jonathan Parker for the stage win.
Now if these two get dicey, Happy X had to steal it.
Yeah, Porter looked a lot better through that section, opening up those corners a little bit better, carrying more speed through them. See what he can do. First gear there. He's up to second gear for Jonathan Parker. You see on the graphic there on the bottom his gear and RPM and the speed.
Porter lost a little bit of time there coming back to the oval. You're going to have to give it a line. I think Porter is better to the first part of this racetrack than sector 1.
This you can do. Who can pick up the second stage? It's all going to stay within the same team of Jared Boakley Motorsports. So it could be able to stay through the team. Ethan Fonseca Moreno pick up the stage win, and these two are going to stick together and try and pick up stage number 2. But the final lap of the stage, we're going to go through turn 1 and 2, and coming through the right-handers of 3 and 4. Sorry. We'll see if Porter makes an opportunity through this kind of sleeping left-hander. He's going to put the bumper to him a little bit there, maybe unintentionally, but we'll see if he makes a move down to this kind of hairpin-like section, but he's not really going to be close enough. But he's going around the outside.
He's going to try a crossover. Yeah. Back over, maybe.
Yeah, he went to the outside, trying to give him more speed through the exit of the corner. Chain it with his right-hander. Looked a little better through there. He's going to be a little close down the back straightaway. We'll see what he can do coming to this left-hander.
4 very tight corners.
He should have carried more speed through it. He's going to open it up a little bit more compared to Parker. Porter's going to look a lot better coming through the 90-degree corner here. Trying to switch back. A car crossover through this corner. It's going to come down to the final. Oh, it's going to come down to the turn 1 of the oval. See if he can carry more speed down the short chute.
Give him the bump race there.
Porter's going to round the outside. He's going to try the outside move through the final corner. Parker perfectly holds the bottom, though. Porter going to get a good run. He's going to pull side by side for the stage.
Parker.
But Jonathan Parker's going to pick up the stage win.
What a good battle.
Down into turn 1. They're going to be side by side, battling for the race lead still. Oh my God, a little bit of contact. It's going to send Parker around.
Now where's Happy Egg?
And Nick Hapiak's there in turn 1. There's the caution for the stage as the top 10 at the cross. But they both made the both side by side for the stage when they both have contact in turn 1. So Jonathan Parker still picks up the lead, picks up the stage when he picks up the lead. But they did cross the pit. They did cross past the pace car. So that's going to add an extra lap of pacing compared to what we've seen in stage 1. So this makes the fuel strategy even closer.
Parker and obviously Porter are great teammates. You know, going through their heads, they were like, please don't wreck us like that again. You know, we don't want to get to the stage when the Nick Hafniak, obviously. So both of them are kind of going to probably go through a discussion of what happened there. But I think they're pretty good mood after it.
Actually, I think that's going to change a lot of things. This time by, they'll pick up lap 17, and then they'll cross the line again for lap 18, and they'll be the 2 to green. So they'll go back green on lap 20. So they got to only save a lap of fuel, which is not too hard to do here at a road course, especially you can just back off a couple seconds through the lap. I mean, it's pit stops, probably pit stop delta around like 15-30 seconds. So as long as you don't give up 30 seconds, you can save that extra lap of fuel by just short shifting, lifting, and coasting, and you can save a good bit of fuel doing that, and they only really need to save 1 lap just to make it to the checkered.
Yeah,
so this could make an interesting strategy there.
Is Ethan's beat out Mark on pace. So he has the lap fresher tires and still going to have control of the race.
Yeah, but that also doesn't mean if any of these guys who are going to be pitting at the stage here, can they stretch it on fuel and maybe steal it away? Because Kissaweather and Moreno, they're going to both have to pit. And if they pit under the stage, to try and save to the end of the race, they're gonna have to work their way through the field now. So that extra lap kind of hurt them really. We'll have to see if anyone tries something, but they'll catch the pace car now. So Jonathan Parker catching the pace car now as they're going through the hairpin, coming onto the back straightaway. So those field trying to catch back up.
Prove me wrong, the damage does not affect anything.
It would have picked up 6 there in that stage, so yeah, that damage really not affecting him at all. But I assume everyone will dive it down pit road here, knowing fuel is going to be right there on the margin. They do have to save under the caution. The thing is, they do have to catch the pace car under the out. That's going to burn some extra fuel.
It's got a rebound by Kyle Tubb to finish P5 after being spin earlier in that stage. Got a second shot.
Jonathan Parker has caught the pace car. Everyone else is trying to quickly catch back up before we get into pit road. This will make a difference.
Ethan and Mark back here trying to really get caught up.
Because now it could be close on fuel, but they also, that's assuming they don't burn any fuel under the yellow. So I have to save fuel on the yellow, but everyone's going to come down pit road. Everyone at least up into will be Ethan Futzik and Moreno. Yes, Ethan Moreno's going to stay out. Kiss and they're going to stay out as well. So
interesting.
So they know they've kind of laid their grave, so they're just going to stick with it and hope no one else can make it either.
I'm genuinely surprised. I figured they would come down, you know, with their pace, take the field, and, you know, try to beat, you know, they're racing each other, honestly. Both these two cars are class of the field. Whoever gets in front of them, their pace is identical. So you figure one might try to, you know, do the opposite, and maybe I have more fuel than you, and I'm going to force you to run out. But at the same time, you don't want to be back in traffic.
Yeah, especially just kind of get out in front and make all the other drivers push, but other drivers knowing, I mean, as long as they don't lose 30 seconds, they should be roughly okay. We'll have to see how that plays out, though. Everyone is going on pit road. I think some drivers actually beats Nathan Lemon. Nathan Lemon was still catching up. Nathan Lemon stayed out of the racetrack.
It does not like they're saving either. They're riding that low second gear. So this should be quite interesting. I think their strategy is going to make everybody else kind of run out.
Yeah, so Jonathan Parker was able to pick up that second stage win, so we'll bring him in and ask him about a strategy. So, oh, welcome to the booth, Jonathan Parker. Welcome to the booth. You have a coffee? Well, obviously. Jonathan, welcome to the booth. You're able to pick up that stage win, so you're able to get some extra points, and but now you're going to be lining up fourth here. So what's your strategy going to the final stage?
Yeah, I'll just try and get what I can, because I just wanted to leave the race with something, and a playoff point which will help me in the chase is exactly what I needed, and It was also fun battling with Jaden there. We had a little kerfuffle after the flag because yeah, he didn't throw the caution right away, so we were just being goofy going into turn 1, and he accidentally got into me, but it was all good. It was really funny.
Yeah, so you're able to get the stage win, and now you're lining up here about 4th. But any fuel concern, knowing it could be a little closer, how is it any closer? Do you think you can make it at all?
There would have to be another caution for that to be any type of realistic. Honestly, you could probably save it, but it's just not. You can't do it while going fast. At least I don't think.
All right. Well, once again, congrats on the stage win. Let you focus up for the rest of the race, and good luck in the rest of the race.
Thank you.
That was Jonathan Parker. So he thinks fuel's not going to be a question.
You got people talking off.
Yeah, so you had, and while you said that, you had Jose Ruiz, he's coming down pit road, you have, Nick Kapiak and Donnie Kite also coming down pit road. So like you said, Donnie Kite, an outside shot for this race, he's been close. Is this his opportunity? I mean, he was 1,000 short from fuel at Chicagoland. Is this his opportunity to take this race win away?
When I mean close, I mean inches. I mean, you got to go back to Kansas. I mean, literally thousands of a second, Chicagoland, running out right at the line. I mean, it's like you start to question, what do I have to do to actually win? Like, you know, like, does any luck go my way? So maybe he's thinking, maybe I have enough fuel like Chicagoland this time.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but he actually got out first on pit road, actually second, Jose Ruiz, so we'll see what Donnie Kite can do. We'll see how good he is at fuel saving. I mean,
Meanwhile, Mike and Cole topped off as well.
Yeah. So we'll have to see what they can do.
Obviously, a Cole back going in Atlanta, you know, already locked in. He can kind of play these strategies.
Yeah. So everyone behind, so Donnie Kite, all topped off. So Donnie Kite, Nick Kapiak, Jose Ruiz, Donnie Kite, Nick Kapiak, Mike Campbell, Cole Snyder, Jaden Porter also did it as well. I didn't even notice that. Justin Quimby and Giovanni Klein all topping off on fuel, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. So 10th on back, we'll have to keep an eye on those 7 drivers, see if they can save an extra lap of fuel.
Looks like Giovanni fixed the damage.
No, Giovanni did fix the damage. So Giovanni Klein fixed all the damage he did. So, but he topped it off on fuel. But he's got a lot of time to gain.
And Cole
pretty
just
far
won it.
back. Cole Snyder spinning under caution.
I think he's probably running a low RPM. Probably misshift. Pretty common.
Yeah, but Giovanni Klein fixed his damage. Giovanni Klein fixed his damage and topped it off, but the problem is now, he's only on the back straightaway. I don't think he'll catch the rest of the field. So he's not really going to have an extra window to save that fuel. If no one else can do it, I don't think he's going to get to the field in time.
Well, he's burned a lot of fuel trying to catch up.
I have to see, but meanwhile, pace car takes that hard right turn onto pit road. Kiss of Weather and Moreno going to lead him back to green. Green flag back in the air, and we're back underway. With 21 to go, the final stage is underway. As everyone's going to fan out down the front straightaway. We'll see what everyone does in turn 1.
Mark with the good restart, get to play a little bit of defense here in turn 1. People blocking the back. Worldwide right there for 3rd.
Yeah, Kiss Weather out with a great start. He's going to hold side by side with Moreno down into turn number 2. He's going to have the preferred lane, but now he's going to have to hold the outside through this corner.
Oh, Nate Lehman and Nair's around.
Lehman goes around. They're going to be 3 wide here. But Kiss Weather, he's going to try crossover. Ethan Mountain Moreno side by side with the leaders. They're coming down through the right-hander. They're going to have to go through the left-hander with the hairpin. Will Kiss Weather try to crossover again?
I think honestly he should have trail braked a little bit right there and kind of got back to his bumper and pushed him wide. Maybe missed an opportunity. Gonna be thinking about that one again.
Down the back straightaway, Kenny. Pull the run, Kenny. Diving in a little bit deeper here, down the back straightaway. Maybe make a move on Ethan Fonseca for the race lead. Not gonna do it. He's gonna stick through the left-hander of the backstretch. He gets a little bit loose. You see the back end really sliding there. Maybe the cold tires. I don't know if they took tires, but this battle for 3rd and 4th hanging on. Brad Bennett, he's up to 3rd. Jonathan Parker, he moves in. He takes that spot away from Kyle Taub.
Parker had a little slip up there. I didn't think he expected Tom to follow right behind Brett Bennett. Had to kind of miss the apex, the corner, but he still comes on the same position. So a little sketchy there. but they make it work out.
Meanwhile, right behind these guys, Jose Ruiz is right behind all these guys. We'll see what he does compared to other drivers. We'll have to see what he does compared to the other drivers. How early he's lifting and how late he's braking. We'll see what he does. I mean, he's one of these drivers that are close on fuel. We'll see what he can do.
As a driver in the point stand, remember he is. I would probably count him as probably a must-win at this point in the season. The way the finishes have been going have not been great, but haven't been terrible. But I think he's gonna have to string at least top fives more. But probably a win is probably his best opportunity.
Yeah, his win will definitely lock him into the playoffs, and this is his opportunity. I mean, he's gonna save his extra lap of fuel. He knows it's an option. We'll see what he can do. Right now, he is leading those drivers who actually, no, never mind. Actually, Jaden Porter just passed him. So sorry about that. So Jaden Porter now leading of the guys who did top it off.
Martin just standing right there. He's so good through the first sector, and it's just through this part where Moreno really kind of just shines that true potential, and then they just balance out. I mean, if Martin can figure it out like he did right there, showing a little bit of promising. I mean, he's showing improvements. He's just got to figure out the small details.
Yeah, but meanwhile, Jaden Porter looking on that for that fifth place spot. He's going to right around Brett Bennett for that spot. So I don't think Jaden Porter's even trying to save. I think he just topped it off, maybe trying to give him a little bit extra, but he's not. It does not look like he is saving at all. Jose Ruiz, meanwhile, through 1 and 2, he was through that complex of turn 1 and 2, 3. He was in a higher gear compared to what everyone else has been running. So we'll see what Ruiz can do. But meanwhile, this battle for the lead's kind of stretching out a little bit more.
Josh Arnold's on pit road.
Josh Arnold lapped down on pit road, so maybe a little, maybe a hardware failure. I don't know what happened to him, but he is a lap down. They do have in front of here, in front of these leaders, John Osborne is right in front of these race leaders that could play a factor. But Mark Kisselweather, he's a lot better through the first half of the racetrack compared to Ethan Fonseca Moreno, but he's not able to stay there. He's not able to stay there through the back half of the racetrack, but he's right there, pretty much even lap time compared to Moreno. We'll see what he can do down the back straightaway. These top two have pulled away by over 5 seconds. Now they have 10 seconds ahead of Jose Ruiz, which was the first guy who topped off and probably be saving. Jaden Porter is 7 seconds back. I don't know how close he will be, but we'll see. With 18 laps to go, we'll see how
almost a big slip by
is.
both leaders right there. Mark almost lost it, and so did Ethan.
As the lap car gets out of the way by going off the track unintentionally, but Mark Kisselweather right on the back bumper of Ethan Fonseca Moreno for the race lead. Moreno in the lead. Kisselweather has the lane open to the bottom. Moreno's going to shut that door, just trying to get a big arc down the front straightaway.
He's going to have to drive it in turn 1 here. I think that's the best opportunity. I think this is the closest Mark's been all day.
Mark, he's looking to the inside, maybe try to fake him out a little bit. Yes, he does. He tucks right back in line, going to stick right behind that Moreno, that 57 machine. But Kisselweather knows he's better through this section, so we'll see what he can do. Maybe try and cross over Moreno. Moreno a little bit shallower going through these right-handers. We'll see what Kisselweather do. Yeah, Kisselweather just slides it way out to the right.
It's right through this area right here. He just runs it out so far wide.
Yeah, but he overstepped it there, and he loses a lot of time compared to Moreno there.
That's been another good pass I'm seeing from Mark.
See what he can do. Can he chain it together with this right-hander? Get a run down the back straightaway, maybe make an opportunity down the back, down to the straight, a corner off.
Meanwhile, Kyle Taub on the back bumper and Parker for third.
Yeah, Kyle Taub looking for that position as well.
He won Auto Club based off of fuel. Oh.
Yeah, fuel mileage, a lot of things that have been coming together in the season. I mean, we've seen a lot of fuel mileage races. I mean, they all kind of been very exciting, knowing are they going to run out? Are they going to have to pit? Is the guys that are on are just slightly saving? Are they going to coast it across the line? But we'll have to see. Jaden Porter right behind. He's the first driver that did top it off. Now he is 7 seconds back, but Brett Bennett, I believe, is the next one that did top it off. I'm
that'd
not
be Cole.
sure.
That'd be Cole Snyder.
That'd be Cole Snyder. Sir Cole Snyder. So Brett Bennett did not top it off. So Cole Snyder is 12 seconds back.
Snyder's
now,
on the move. Snyder with dead last.
Yeah, so Snyder's on the move. So and Meredith as well. So we'll have to see. I mean, they are all these guys that are
here's lock up by
fuel.
Parker.
Your Parker locks up in turn 1.
Oh, contact.
Tom was in there. Tom's gonna get turned around by Parker. That's gonna allow Porter to come on through and take that third place spot. So Porter got us sitting a little bit back. He's able to take that. He's able to take that third place back. But here comes Mark Kissweather. He's looking to the inside of Moreno for the lead again. But Kissweather is not giving up.
I don't think Tubbs gonna be happy. He's been third every time and has been dumped from the same position.
Yeah, but Kissweather all the way back over Moreno. Now, it's an opportunity as well. Kissweather was slower on the pit stop at the end of stage 2 compared to Moreno. So, knowing that,
Maybe a little bit more fuel.
How aggressive? Well, that too, but also how aggressive will Kissweather be to try and get that race lead, knowing
so
that
Parker let Chubb go. Seemed like he pulled over. Very interesting.
So Parker, I think, felt bad for that spot, so he let Taub go. Taub still holds on to that spot. He did lose the spot eventually to Jaden Porter, because Jaden Porter kind of snuck right on by all those drivers. Jaden Porter up to third now, but he's about 9 seconds back. But now those drivers that are close on fuel, maybe they're going a little bit too slow. Donnie Kite, he is one of them. He's really backed off the pace. He's running 134s. He's really heavily saving, but he's about 30 seconds back, which I'd assume what you lose on pit road without taking tires. So I don't know if this might work out.
I think he's too far back from the leaders. He's gonna. Oh, and Moreno, huge, but I don't think Mark expected that.
Oh, and Mark's gonna go off the racetrack. Kissweather onto the grass, into the dirt. He's gonna keep spinning. He's gonna keep it together. He's gonna lose a lot of time though, and that might be his chance over unless Moreno makes a mistake as well. But he's gonna have to put a lot of speed back into that machine and try and catch back up.
There's no what happened there. Yeah, I think he just misjudged Ethan's braking point. Just didn't want to run him over. Very interesting. Porter's closed the gap on Mark now for second.
Yeah, that big mistake from Mark Kissweather allowed Jaden Porter to get back in it, and Mark Kissweather lost about 4 seconds for the race lead there.
Well,
he's going to have a lot of time.
He is back on the track, so it's not like a hardware issue. He will finish this race.
He had a lot of damage from the previous incident. Unsure, but we'll have to see. But he's back on the track. He still has one opportunity. He can catch John Osborne. Osborne pretty far back.
The curious thing to be watching is these lap times between Mark and Ethan.
Yeah, that time by, obviously, Kissweather was 4 seconds slower. We'll see this time by if Kissweather can gain that time back. All the time before, they were all pretty even. But I'm still keep an eye on that gap between Donnie Kite, Jose Ruiz, and the race leader of Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Meredith, I believe, actually came down pit road. So Meredith came down pit road last time by. So Meredith came down pretty early, but he was also pretty far back from the race leader. So I have to see. But Meredith's now actually good on fuel, and he's about. I'm not sure how far he is back compared to Donnie Kite. He's about 20 seconds, so there's a big gap there. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
See the lap times here for Ethan. This is the widest and most spread out the race has been so far.
Yep, so coming down the front straightaway across the line for Ethan Fonseca Moreno. That time by, it was a 1:31.285. Mark Kissweather this time by, it was a 1:31.842. So Moreno continues to pull that gap away. So now he's got less pressure from Kissweather. He's still got to keep some gap into it, keep some speed into it, but knowing he's got less pressure now, he can kind of back off the pace a little bit. Here comes Cole Snyder. He was a threat that we thought was on fuel, and Cole Snyder's gonna come down pit road.
He's gonna be the first person to pit. So knowing maybe nobody can make it on fuel, so he's gonna go on the attack, knowing he's losing time to the leaders. Now, personally, I mean, I think you could probably get away with maybe lefts or rights here. It's about the equivalent But you can also, depending on how much fuel you need, you can probably take 4, knowing you're going to need a full tank.
We'll have to see, but knowing this, that
No, it's just a
how
splash.
much time? Yeah, he's only going to need a splash, but how much time is that going to cost him? Because now he had to take less fuel because he topped it off, but knowing now Ethan Fonseca, Mark Kisselweather, those guys stayed out on the track.
At the right now, Cole's turn 2 and 3. Ethan's literally on the oval.
Yes, but so he did lose a good chunk of time, but Moreno is going to have to take more fuel. Same with Kisselweather. So these guys that are trying to make it on fuel is Donnie Kite, Jose Ruiz. How much time are they really going to gain with those guys on pit road, and how much they can save? I think really what they're trying to do now, I mean, try a hard save early on, and maybe try and get in front of these guys, in front of the leader, and just try to block the track, make this car as wide as possible. But right now, I mean, Ethan Fonseca, he's walking away with it right now, and just knowing that pace, knowing that some guys are close on fuel, knowing he can't really back it off if he wanted to.
He was the second faster last time by.
Yeah, so Mark Kisselweather making mistakes, trying to compensate for his big mistake he made in that hairpin there. But we'll see if this fuel mileage comes down to a factor. I don't know if it will or not, knowing how far back Jose Ruiz and Donnie Kite are.
Well,
They're both over 30 seconds back. Now, Giovanni Klein, he did have to catch the pack. He's actually up to 8, so he's making great speed. But Nick Kapiak's another one that I want to keep an eye on as well. He's only 30 seconds back.
Meredith pitted because he is behind.
Yeah,
Cole
Meredith
now.
did pit. So Meredith did pit a few laps ago.
Should be quite interesting how this turns out.
We'll have to see. Nick Kapiak might have it. He's saving fuel. He's dropping off the back of Lathan Lamon. He's definitely saving fuel for sure, but how
the
much?
biggest one might be Porter,
can he?
because Porter did top off. So I think he could take less than Ethan. I mean, he's still within a straightaway.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely there, but for him, I don't really see him even trying to save. Compared to Nick Kapiak, Jose Ruiz, Donnie Kite, they've all been backing off a lot. But Jaden Porter, he is not. So I don't know if he's close or not. Maybe he's thinking, try and keep this gap close, knowing if you're in front of them, then you can kind of back off, use that gap, knowing what gap you have to use, instead of having to and saving towards the end of the run instead of saving at the start of the run. But we'll see. But Brett Bennett, he comes down pit road now. Marcus Weather continues to lose more time. Mike Campbell goes around as well, right in front of Marcus
Meanwhile,
Weather.
car to watch is Kyle Tubb. Last time by was a 131.8. Ethan ran a 131.5. Kyle is the only one in the 131s with Ethan.
He is pretty far back, 14 seconds back after, especially that contact with Jonathan Parker.
Oh, Moreno almost lost it.
So, oh yeah, and also Parker came down pit road that time by as well, I believe. Maybe not. He just lost a lot of time to Kyle Top. But Moreno holds on to the lead. We'll see if he dives it down soon. He can go to about 5 to go.
Now, the biggest what if for Tubb is thinking, what if I never got spun out by Parker?
And we'll have to see how that plays out.
Oh, and Tubb's pitting.
Kyle Top's going to come down pit road now. 14 seconds, a big gap.
Let's see what he takes here.
We'll see how long this stop is and how long he's on pit road for. That's what I'm really worrying about for these guys that are close on fuel. How much time can they really give up? Kyle Top, 21 seconds on pit road. He's yet to get in his stall. So take a look. How long Kyle Top is on pit road?
He's gonna take tires.
So Kyle Top actually taking tires.
Seems like he's taking all 4.
He's taking all 4, so he's going to be on pit road for a while.
Interesting decision.
So 44 seconds, so about 50 seconds on pit road.
Here comes Mike, so the pit window seems to be open. Meanwhile, Quimby coming down. And now it seems like everybody's within that window.
Ethan Fonseca continues to stay on the racetrack. We'll see if he dives it on this time. He's going to stay on the racetrack. He's got 10 to go this time by, so still a decent bit left. Still got a quarter of this race left to go. We'll see if Kissaweather dives it in. If Kissaweather dives, yes, Kissaweather's going to dive it in. Let's keep an eye on where Kissaweather cycles compared to everyone who is yet to pit, has topped off and are trying to save and yet to pit. We'll see where he is. He's on to pit road now. We'll see what he does, how much quicker he is on the pit road. So he's going to make that long trek down pit road. I'll keep an eye on about Kyle, Nathan Lamont, Giovanni Klein. So actually, Kyle Taub's behind Nick Hapiak. So Nick Hapiak is, I believe, is the leading of the drivers other than Jaden Porter. So Jaden Porter is actually leader, but I don't know if he'll make it or not. So Nick Hapiak's coming across the line now. Around now, he's on the front straightaway. So our Kissaweather also taking tires, just like we just saw.
I don't think they took tires. Remember, you gotta think they didn't take tires. I don't think in the first 2 stages. So they're still in the same.
So there's Kissaweather. Kissaweather coming off of pit road now. Nick Hapiak's a couple corners ahead. Here's Donnie Kite. Donnie Kite's also trying to save
Here comes
fuel.
Kyle Tubb. Mark Kissaweather, he's gained time. And those tires are heated up.
Yeah, we'll see what Kyle Taub can do. Can he chase down Mark Kissaweather? But I want to keep an eye on Nick Hapiak. He's a couple corners ahead of Mark
Here comes
Kissaweather.
Moreno. Moreno's on pit road.
So Ethan Fonseca Moreno, he's coming down pit road. Where will he cycle compared to Nick Hapiak, who is close on fuel? Keep an eye on Jaden Porter. He's close as well. We'll have to see if Jaden Porter, how much he's really saved by pushing that much. He just kind of drove through the field. We'll see what he can do.
See what Parker does as well.
But across the line, Jonathan Parker, he's got a pit. So, Jonathan Parker did pit that last yellow, but he did not top off. I don't know if anyone who didn't top off can really make it. I mean, I think it's just going to be a little bit too much to ask.
Went a little bit wide. It's going to lose him a little bit of time. Yeah,
So Moreno, there's Moreno. Moreno's already out of pit road, so he did not take tires, fuel only, and Nick Hapiak is off the final corner of the oval. So I don't think it's even it's not even a question. The fuel's not going to work out for those drivers. I mean, it will work out, I think, for them eventually. They may be able to pick off some drivers instead of finishing around 13th, 14th. They might be able to finish up there in the top 10, around maybe the back half of the top 5 or the top 10, back half of the top 10. But I think this might work out to improve their position, but I don't think it's going to be a race or any move for Nick Hapiak, Donnie Kite, or anyone else behind that did top off. We'll have to see, but Jaden Porter, he did top off, but he has not made any effort to save compared to the other drivers. So we'll keep an eye on Jaden Porter. He is pretty far ahead of his teammate of Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Moreno's down the back straightaway. Porter's coming onto the oval now, but he's got 8 laps to go. This time by, we'll see if he can make it on fuel, but he's going to be a lot. It's going to be. I don't think he's been saving at all. We'll have to see what he can do now, but he's got a lot of time still left to go.
Well, we're about to find out as he has 7 laps in the tank. That's the big question. It's a long way around. He has
Still staying out of the racetrack, so we'll see what he can do.
Parker as well staying out.
So Parker's staying out as well. So Parker, he did not top off, but we'll see if he can make it. But Ethan Fonseca Moreno is already is kind of close to him already. But Parker moves to second. We'll have to see. We'll have to keep an eye on. But Ethan Fonseca Moreno, thinking he will be our net leader. He was our leader before the pit stops. We'll see if Porter or Parker can stretch it on fuel. Now Moreno, he's got 4 seconds to Parker, but he's got 18 seconds to Jaden Porter. Both his teammates. So, I mean, this team has been dominant all season long, and everywhere they go.
For sure, they all 3 have a win at all 3 different types of race checks. So, you know, they can play this wide variety strategy. And Porter, almost big wheel hop there in that turn 11 zone.
Yeah, and all 3 of them are different strategies. So we'll see pretty much any one of them are in the prime position to win this race. We'll see which one's better off, what strategy is better.
See this time by, does Porter choose to bring it down? I feel like you're committed. You're poor at this point.
Yeah, I think he is too. I mean, he's coming to 7 to go. He's still got a long way to go.
Parker is pitting.
And Jonathan Parker's going to come down pit road, so he cannot. Jonathan Parker, we'll see what he can do, actually. Jonathan Parker's right there in front of Moreno. So Moreno's actually closed that gap, and here comes Jonathan Parker. Yeah, Jonathan Parker's coming down pit road, so yeah, he did say that in the text chat. Sorry, I did not catch that. Jonathan Parker, so Jonathan Parker can come down pit road, so knowing he can't make it. Now, he did not top off, but we'll see what Porter does.
Meanwhile,
I think
Mark
Porter might be
spun
trying
out,
to
I
stretch
think.
it.
Mark is back down to 8, so Tubb has jumped Giovanni in them. I don't know exactly what happened.
Yeah, so Mark Kisselweather falling back. I think just kind of made that big mistake, and he's just trying to compensate for it and just being aggressive. And he's just really just falling more and more back and just making too many mistakes. As he goes by Donnie Kite there, he's tried to make it on fuel. But Jaden Porter, he has kept that gap around the same. So if he was close on fuel and wanted to try and save it, you think that gap would be coming down, but that gap is staying around the same.
I'll tell you right now, Moreno's wheeling it. Moreno's a wheel man, I will tell you that one.
We'll have to see, but I have to see.
Never seen a car get that sideways off of the corner.
Yeah, but Renault's definitely pushing it, knowing it's close.
Porter stays out again.
Porter continues to stay on the racetrack, this time by 6 laps to go. He's got 18 seconds. Now, how far do you think he can run out and just kind of coast it?
I think he can go the distance, but if I'm going to be completely honest, I would say lap 38 probably most. Maybe coming to 39.
Yeah, but we'll have to see. Now, I think he can, as long as he gets to the oval at the 18-second gap, I think he's got enough to coast it on through. We'll have to see if that's an option. But here's Donnie Kite. Donnie Kite, he's trying to save fuel as well. So he's in 7th, so that will definitely be an improvement for him. He'll definitely gain spots from running there in 7th. From the strategy, but we'll have to see if he can make it as well. But he's definitely not a threat for the win, as Ethan Von Seccarano is already pitted way in front of him. I think he just gave up a little bit too much time trying to save. I believe same with Nick Hapiak as well. But Nick Hapiak is actually still running 3rd, so solid run for Nick Hapiak. He's actually able to hold on to that.
Be under attack by Kyle Tubb in about, I would say, about 2.5 laps. I think Tubb will be there.
Keeping on this gap slowly closing now. But once again, we focus on Jaden Porter. This time by, will he come to pit road? There'll be 5 to go when he crosses the line. Now, he could just try and stretch this as long as he can, and there it is. Jaden Porter gonna drive it down pit road, so no one in the front's gonna be able to save enough fuel. Jaden Porter's knowing he's not close enough, he's gonna come down pit road and give up the race lead, and that's gonna allow Ethan Fonseca Moreno to take the lead. And obviously, I think it's just the gap he's got to everyone else. Ethan Fonseca Moreno's got this race win in the bag as long as he doesn't make any crucial errors.
Well, with iRacing with no full course yellows, he ain't got to worry about the yellow coming out as well, so that's a big relief as well.
Yep, 5 to go. Ethan Fonseca Moreno. He's just been fast all night long. He had kissing weather on him.
Porter did not take tires. I think he's going to still try to finish 2nd here.
Yeah, we'll have to see where Porter can cycle out. Nick Hapiak's off turn 4. Same with Carl Taub. So, off the final corner. But yeah, so Jaden Porter's actually still going to cycle out to 2nd. So he takes the bare minimum of fuel. That actually did work out for him. Got out that clean air, but here comes Carl Taub. He's looking to the inside of Nick Hapiak. Not going to work there. Just try and cross over through these couple right-handers.
Very good on these road courses. A lot of talent. Nick Hapiak. We knew our road course races would be up here like they always are. Always find ourselves in the top 5. But I think the ones that are really going to be questioning themselves at this race is obviously, Tubb maybe not having as much spins with all the contact. Not necessarily his fault, just tight racing. And obviously Mark with that huge mess up that really took him out of this race. That was with Moreno the whole way through.
See, yeah, guess whether he just made that big mistake that lost about 4 seconds. He's kind of just been kind of compounding on that, trying to make up for it, I think, and he's just lost a lot of time. But I mean, he's right there. He's kind of seeking into the picture. You see him right back there. He's closing that gap back down. We'll have to see what he can do if he can get to Kyle Taub. Nick Hapiak is still holding off Kyle Taub, but we'll see if Hapiak can save enough fuel. He's still on that fuel saving as well. So we'll see if this is definitely going to work out for Nick Hapiak. He's going to gain a lot more spots than where he would have finished.
No, either let him go.
He's going to let Taub right on by, so he's going to be able to still get a 4th or 5th. So if he can save this fuel, he's going to still be in a much better spot compared to what he was. He was running outside the top 10. He's going to solidly put himself maybe a possibility into the top 5. So I mean, this strategy for Nick Hapiak is definitely going to work out, but it did not work for the race win. But it immensely helped him out in his running, and it's going to give him a really good points day.
Obviously, Tub trying everything to get to Porter for second. I think that's the highest he's going to be able to get, but I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time. I think Porter played the strategy well enough to maintain the gap. Don't really know if there's any other battles around. There's a battle between Donnie and Giovanni.
Yeah, Giovanni Klein, Cole Snyder. They're kind of close. Well, Giovanni and Donnie Kite, sorry. Donnie Kite and Giovanni Klein, they're kind of close. And you also got Zachary Meredith here and Nathan Lehman. They're battling. They're side by side for this 10th place spot. So for the top 10, Nathan Lehman going to around the outside, but he gets really wide, and that's going to allow Meredith to clear.
Jose and Brett Bennett in a good battle. It's one of them. But Moreno all by himself, just having a Sunday cruise.
Maybe he's got 3 laps to go.
I believe looking for his 3rd win. I think he was the first multi-time winner this season.
Never know. I mean, he's been dominant pretty much all season, contending for wins every single race we've had, and he's trying to pick up put another one to the win column. But he's 3 laps to go. I mean, he's got this one pretty much in the bag. 14 seconds over his teammate Jaden Porter.
Mark looking to the inside of Nick Hapiak. That is for the 4th place position. Mark's going to get that one. So I think Nick's just content. I think he's borderline field now.
Yeah, he knows coming this time by, coming to 2 to go. He knows that as long as he makes it on fuel, he'll be in a much better position compared to what he was running. So I think he's content with, honestly, a top 10. I think he'd probably be content with, because that's where pretty much where he was running around. But we'll have to see.
But Donnie's pretty far back. I think Nick's got a pretty good lead. I think he'll lose his probably a spot to Parker.
Yeah, Donnie Kite also was trying to save fuel, but Nathan Lehman and Zachary Meredith, they're still battling for this 9th place spot. But Nathan Lehman's going to go around off that right-hander coming on the back straightaway. He's a little losing, and he'll lose the spot to Giovanni Klein as well. And Donnie Kite and Brett Bennett and Jose Rizzo lost a lot of time. But 2 to go, coming to the white flag, this time by for Ethan Fonseca from Renault. And, Cole Snyder actually got loose behind Donnie Kite, as you saw there. So Donnie Kite is also trying to make it on fuel. This would be a solid result for him as well.
A good result by that race team.
He's still going to make it 2 more laps. Here's Brett Bennett as well. He's got a good 4-car battle here for these positions.
Nobody really making anything happen. Everybody kind of just Jose a little bit of wide there. Lehman going to go to the outside in turn 1.
We'll see what he can do. He might. He's going to actually dive into the inside here into 3 and 4. He's actually going to make it work. So Nathan Lehman going to pick up that spot of Jose Ruiz and able to pick up 11th. See if he can catch Brett Bennett for that top 10.
Obviously, the white flag for the dominant car all day, and that's Ethan Fonseca Moreno, who we know is a threat to win every race, every racetrack. You can call him Kyle Larson, whatever you want to call him. Simply is good on his best days.
Yeah, he definitely is. I mean, he's been dominant all night long. He had a little bit of pressure early in those first few stages with Mark Kisseweather on his bumper and early in the final stage, but he was able to stay mistake-free compared to Mark Kisseweather. Here's Donnie Kite and Cole Steiner. They're battling for this spot still. They're battling for 7th. Nick Kapiak, he's still out of the racetrack as well, so he's committed to making it to the end. We'll see if he can. Donnie Kite as well. He stayed on the racetrack. So Donnie Kite, we'll see if these drivers are gonna be able to make it. It's gonna improve their wherever they were running. They're able to make it. I believe we'll have to see where that plays out. We'll see if Nick Kapiak loses an extra spot to Jonathan Parker. But meanwhile, through the final couple of corners for Ethan Fonseca Moreno, he's coming onto the oval for the final time tonight. He's been mistake-free. He had a little bit of pressure early on in the first half of the race, but he was able to stay clean and green, and off through the final corner and off a turn number 4. Ethan Fonseca Moreno in that 57 Kellogg's machine. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to win the NJB Designs Indianapolis 101. A great run for that 57 machine. He's able to pick up the win.
A good result by Porter. Great net gain by him on the strategy. He'll pick up P2.
Yep. Porter picks up P2. Kaltag will come on through P3. Kisseweather through 4th. Can he make it across? Donnie Kite, he's losing the spot to Cole Snyder there. But Nick Kapiak, he's coming off turn 4, off the final corner. I keep thinking it's turn 4 of the oval, but it's turn 1 of the oval. And Nick Kapiak, great strategy for him. He's going to pick up a solid top 5 finish on the fuel strategy. Donnie Kite's right behind Cole Snyder. We'll see what he can do. He's on the fuel as well. Yeah, Snyder's actually got by Kite, and I think Kite's knowing it's close. I think he just kind of let him by. He's going to see if he can hold off to Zachary Meredith. And through the final corner, Donnie Kite, also a solid run. He's able to pick up an 8th place spot with that fuel strategy.
Layman going to try it deep on the bottom. And Brandon's going to come out 10th.
Brett Bennett able to pick up the top 10 as well. So Lehman, after that late race spin, was able to recover back up to the top 10. But he's able to still pick up 11th. But overall, a great result for a lot of drivers tonight, so that they needed it. And Ethan Fonseca Moreno picks up the win. I think he did a little burnout there, but while we were focused on the battle, but he's going to bring it across to the bricks. The CVG and Porter right in front of him.
Don't do the burnouts on the bricks.
Have to see on the old surface of Indianapolis, here at the Legacy Road Course, he was able to pick up that win. A great dominant win for that 57 machine. I believe he led pretty much every lap. One of the laps he pitted in.
Yeah, that was stage 2, but his teammates kind of took over. I believe he's gonna burn it down. Might just
Sparked it right there.
Interesting. Slightly cruised.
Might be out of fuel. I wonder if he underfueled it so much. There we go. There he's doing a little burnout. So Ethan Fonseca Moreno gonna burn it down. I believe he'll turn it down over the front. We'll see, eh? See what he does.
I hope not.
They're doing a nice straight burnout. He's gonna try and do it all around the entire front straightaway. Don't blow the engine up. You gotta make it last all the way to the front straightaway. Oh, get some good smoke, and he's gonna do it right across the brakes. Don't think he cares about the brakes, but he'll be able to kiss them later. So I guess he's gonna kiss his own rubber, I guess. He's gonna do a long burnout. He's like trying to do a Kyle Larson, I guess. You just gotta burn it down, but there he stops. So Ethan Fonseca Moreno was able to pick up the race win, and we'll be right back here from Indianapolis. When we come back, we'll interview our top 3 when we're back from Indianapolis. Welcome back here to the Indianapolis Motor Speed Road Course, where we just wrapped up the NJB Designs Indianapolis 101. And before we get to our top 3 interviews, let's take a quick look at our results for our 101 mile race, 40 lap race here today. So picking up the win, Ethan Fonseca Moreno was able to get the win, and Jaden Porter, his teammate, right there in second. Kyle Taub was third, with Mark Kissenweather in fourth. Nick Capiak, solid run, saving that fuel. He's able to pick up a top 5, so a big improvement for him where he was running. Jonathan Barker in 6th, Cole Snyder in 7th. Donnie Kite also same thing as Nick Capiak. He was able to fuel save and pick up improve his position where he's running tonight. Zach Merritt the 9th, and Brett Bennett around our top 10.
And obviously round out the top, outside the top 10, Nate Lehman. Quite a bit of instance, you know, gonna kind of look back on a little bit. Ran pretty solid overall, finished out P11. Jose tried to play the field strategy, maybe a little bit, not too much pace, he got out 12. Giovanni, damaged earlier, had to fix it, try to sacrifice the most, field strategy bit him. P13, Osborne, Quimby, and Arnold a little bit, whatever happened. Hardware, connection issue, he finished out night 16th. And Mike Campbell rounded up the field 17.
Yep, 17 car field tonight. They definitely all put on a show, and we'll bring in our top 3 here. And Ethan Fonseca Moreno, our race winner tonight. He picked up that stage 1 win. Didn't pick up the second stage because flipping the stage. But how does it feel to get that win?
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I think this is what, 3rd win in the season now or something like that. So it's good momentum builder. Yeah, just looking forward to carrying this on to other races. Hopefully, you know, get some more. You know, have a little point battle with fellow teammates. So, you know, just trying to get that before the end of the regular season and all that. So. Yeah, good race overall. Everybody was pretty clean. Had a good battle there with Mark, so yeah, good race with him.
Yep, so you're able to pick up the win, and but how I mean, you were dominant tonight, but how did the car handle for you and compared to everyone else? I mean, you were able to easily pull away, but how did the car handle tonight?
Yeah, it was a little different compared to back practicing and qualifying. There's a lot more grip in those sessions, but once it came to the race, I could never get like that grip back. Like it was just sliding. The rear was just sliding all over the place. I wasn't able to take what I wanted to do. It was just, you know, not what can I say? It was misbehaving. I don't know. It just didn't like when I tried to get back on the throttle. So I need a little bit more patience, but yeah, the front tires were burning off as well, so I just had to take care of them a little bit. But not a typical road course race for a next gen car. So yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. Definitely put on a fight there for the lead for a while. So yeah, just a lot of fun tonight.
Yep, so able to pick up the win, but before you send it off on your way, any sponsors that you think for tonight's win?
What do I have? CarQuest, Kellogg's, Hendrick Motorsports, or Derek Mobley Motorsports. My teammates there as well, JP, both the JPs, Jaden Porter and Jonathan Parker. So who else? Everybody else for putting on a good race tonight. It was clean, and you guys as well for putting on a great broadcast.
Right, well, once again, congrats on tonight's win here at the road course, and we'll see you next week at Kentucky.
All right, sounds good.
So that was our race winner, Ethan Fonseca Moreno. We'll bring in his teammate, finishing second, Jaden Porter. You're able to pick up a second place position. You did top it off on fuel at the end of the second stage. How was the fuel really? And you also went really long, but do you think fuel was an option there? Or you just kind of gave up on it with 5 to go, or that was your plan to go really late in the first place?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be able to make it. I topped off at the end to, cause I had to fix damage because I made a very bad mistake into my teammate in turn one, literally the lap after the stage, and I just fixed my damage and thought maybe if I top off, maybe there's a chance I make it to the end on fuel, and I was just nowhere close to it. I was when I pitted, I had probably like a lap left, so I wasn't gonna be able to even stretch it at all. But I'll take second place on the road course. I am a really bad road racer, so second place anytime on a road course, I'll be happy with.
Yep, so a good, solid run for you tonight. But how do the car handle compared to other tracks? I mean, it was the older surface here, the older road course. But how did this handle compared to the other road course we normally see on the Cup Series schedule?
At first in practice, I did not like it at all. I couldn't drive it at all. But once I started putting some more laps in, the setup actually drove pretty good, honestly. I actually really like the old surface. Kind of caused a little bit of tire wear. Then this circuit compared to the new one they have with the different turn or little S at whatever part of the track it is a bit different, and going through turn 1 backwards is interesting. But I had a lot of fun. Setup drove really good, and proud to get second.
All right, well, you're able to pick up a good, solid second place finish tonight. Before you starting off on your way, any spots you'd like to thank for tonight's second place finish?
Yeah, I'd like to thank NJB Designs.com. He sponsors me to be in the league. Appreciate him every week. Love working with my teammates Ethan and Jonathan Parker. Sorry to Jonathan for the turn 1 incident at the end of the stage, but I love working with those guys and had a lot of fun.
All right, once again, congrats on the second place finish. We'll see you next week in Kentucky.
All right, thank you.
So there's a second place finisher, Jaden Porter, and we'll see if we can find Kyle Taub up in here. Kyle Taub not in the Discord, so we'll find him in what? We'll find who was fourth. It was Mark Kisnweather. We'll see if we can find him in here. No, can't find him either. So we'll just slowly go down the list. Okay, Nick Kapiak, he's running in fifth, so we'll bring in him up into the booth. Nick Kapiak, we're gonna do if you have a copy. I know you finished fifth, but third place and fourth place is in here. So welcome to the booth. You have a copy? What? You have a copy? Oh, okay, and well, Nick, I guess was not there. Didn't have a copy, so I guess we'll have a third interview tonight. I guess so. Nick Kapiak, a solid run for him tonight as well, especially saving that fuel. But overall, it was a solid race tonight. Just seeing some different strategies play out, especially late with the fuel. I mean, it didn't really work out for the race win, but it definitely worked out for a couple of those drivers to pick up a really solid finish for them tonight. Anyways, any final thoughts for you tonight, Hunter?
I thought it was overall, like you said, fantastic race. Kind of got a little strained out, a little, I guess, boring, if you would typically say by most fans. Like the last 5 laps, you kind of knew Ethan was gonna probably win off of fuel. He had the more fuel strategy. I can't speak. Porter couldn't make it on fuel. But the first 2 stages, the first 10 laps of the final, was incredible racing all around the racetrack, from first all the way down to 15th. But really beyond that, I mean, I thought it was a really great road course.
It's definitely a fun race tonight, but overall, I mean, it was a great race tonight. A solid week for a lot of drivers who really needed it, and it'll be next week, and they'll have to hopefully carry that momentum into Kentucky next week. Same time here on the network here at 9:15 Eastern, and tomorrow night, Remote Racing League, they crown a champion at Auto Club Speedway tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Hope to see you all there. And next weekend, next Wednesday nights, we get the Superstar ARCA Cup. Though they will be running at Charlotte, no, Kansas. Sorry. So those guys will be running at Kansas 8 o'clock Eastern time next Wednesday night. But overall, it was a great. We got some very solid races coming up on the schedule here for the Legends Racing Network, and thank you once again, Hunter, for joining me into the booth tonight. I'm Aaron Brown. I was joined alongside Hunter Peach and also our producer Talent Drake up in the booth really with us as well. Just doing everything behind the scenes, but it was a great race tonight here from Speedway Indiana and Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But so long from Indy, and we'll see you next time here on the Legends Racing Network.